guys, welcome again. First of all, Happy New Year. I hope you had a very good, I don't know, party, whatever, dinner with your friends, your family. So let's start with Bitcoin. And I'm gonna start with in the short term. In the short term for Bitcoin in 1 day chart, we still have this bounce signal here right now in 1 day chart. But the problem here, Bitcoin is just wasting time as usual, right? So as usual, it's wasting time. Volatility is very low, so I am looking for actually a downside. I mean, no, I'm saying crash. I'm saying just more sideways like this. Now, in 4 hour chart, let me show you here. In 4 hour chart, this is a sell. I know for you, oh, it's bullish. No, it's not. The reason is because it's below this area. It's below this area, as you can see here. As long as Bitcoin is below here, $16,700, 800 around there, the projection in 4 hour chart is to the downside. That's it. So in 4 hour chart, 1 day chart, for me is clear. Of course, it's we have a buy signal in 12 hour chart. Yes, of course, but this bounce signal is just sideways. I mean, sideways because MA55, MA21 is here. So actually, I'm in short right now here, $16,600 on there. So I will just wait here. Of course, I will take a loss if I see Bitcoin doing this, I mean, like to the moon, right, like this. I don't think so. But the thing here is like I am just looking for sideways between this point around 16,300, 400, and the top of the range around here, maximum. I mean, here right now, this level, 16,800. I mean, $400 move, and that's it. Now, let's talk about the most important thing here. So for Bitcoin in 1 day chart in 12 hour chart is like this. But let's talk about the most important chart right now. We have a new close, and for this chart, I'm gonna use the BLX chart. And let me show you here why Bitcoin did something like no one was expecting, and Bitcoin to the moon, right? No, my friend. I have very bad news for you and for all of us actually. And the reason is very simple. First of all, we don't have a buy signal right now here. And also, Bitcoin is not just breaking. In the last month, I mean, in October, broke the zero line here. And actually, as you can see here, it's trending to the downside. So that means the last, I mean, now you can see it, right? I mean, as long as in OBB, right, the volume is below the zero line here in the monthly for first time in the history, well, we can expect if we see a bounce in this year, of course we will see it, is gonna be a sell. Now let's talk about the most important thing here, now this candle, right? Let me show you here. And what is this, my friend? What is this? This is, well, technically speaking, is this reversal. This is reversal, and where, of course, if we see a bounce, I mean, for example, if this year we see a bounce to maybe $29,000, $30,000, that is gonna be the last opportunity to sell Bitcoin. Why? Because this is reversal, and you have to see Bitcoin this year closing about $50,000. I mean, by the end of December 2023. As long as Bitcoin, I mean, you can see, for example, Bitcoin crashing here and bouncing here to all the way up to 30K. But if Bitcoin cannot close by the end of the year, of course, this year, above here, well, sideways. I mean, sorry, just continuation to the downside. Now, what I am looking for right now, well, technically speaking, for me, if I will remove like my feelings, right? Like I would not think about my feelings about Bitcoin because I love Bitcoin and Bitcoin to 1 million, right? No, actually, if we see this like just pure technical analysis, there are just two levels to watch in macro timeframes. The first one is 4,000K. And the second one is around 14K. 14K, and actually, yeah, 14K. And in the middle band is around $7,000. You can say $9,000. So, what I'm looking for right now, well, just reading price action, this is, well, reversal, my friend. We have a gravestone candle here, closing here, and also here we have a reversal candle here, and well, technically speaking, if we see a bounce, for example, in the next 6 months, right? I mean, Q1, Q2, whatever, we will see potential continuation. And maybe not in January, but maybe in some point this year we will see potentially 12K and also even $7,000. I wouldn't be surprised because if we see even 4K, Why? You say, oh my god, really 4K? Why? Because, well, technical analysis like this, and I am just realistic with my technical, with this. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is uptrend, right? This is an uptrend, and if you wanna see a real bear market, I mean, like technically speaking, real bear market, Bitcoin cannot close below 4K. Of course, I'm talking about all this year. Now, let's talk about the next chart. Is the 6-month chart. As you can see here, this is continuation where the test is gonna be the May 21. Around right now is at $12,000, as you can see here. $12,000, well, 10K around there. So, technically speaking, if you are bullish of Bitcoin, for Bitcoin, we can see the test around here, 12K, 10K, or 9K, but Bitcoin has 6 months. For example, imagine, right? And Bitcoin crashed in January, right? To 10K. Yeah. Okay, perfect. And Bitcoin somehow just close about in July above here. Well, potentially this is just gonna be a continuation where 30K is gonna be the resistance here, and after that, potentially more sideways. Yeah, more sideways. That is the best scenario. Or if Bitcoin breaks 10K, please watch my video about my prediction for Bitcoin in 2023. And if we see this level breaking 10K, well, next target is 4K. Okay, so what I'm looking right now, well, I am looking for Bitcoin testing 12K, 10K, 9K still. And don't get me wrong, I mean, the chart is nasty. I mean, this is, I mean, technically speaking, you say, hey, but this is uptrend. Yeah, this is still uptrend, but using just higher time frames, as you can see here, for first time in the history of Bitcoin, close 1-2 candles below the May 21. So that means $20,000 is gonna be 21. Is gonna be a very, very, very strong resistance. So I am looking for continuation. Something like this. Maybe January, February. Yeah, and maybe from there at 10K. Well, we will see potentially a bounce. Now let me show you the bi-monthly here. Bi-monthly here, close about the MI55. About the MI55 is not very strong close. I mean, if this is a very strong, I would like to see a week like this, like very strong week, like we can close in maybe around 24, 25K. This is usually just sideways here, and eventually it's gonna break down. Now, let's talk about the monthly. I am using just price action because I want to show you here. Well, I don't need indicators to do this. I mean, the thing here is like right now Bitcoin closed the monthly in December below the MI55, the MI100. It's not broken, not yet, of course not. But this is a big warning, and also the slope with the MI21 in monthly and the slope in MI55 is telling me. They are telling me, well, the momentum now is to the downside. The biggest warning is this one, the MI55. Why? Because for first time in the history, the slope is negative. Here was flat, positive, and finally here is negative. So what is this telling me? Well, Bitcoin in the monthly is, well, reversing the trend. Okay, that's it. It's reversing the trend. Now, it will take years. Yes, of course. Actually, I said in my private channels, I am looking for at least 2 years, maybe sideways in the best situation for Bitcoin, or a downside actually. So, invalidations, very simple. Bitcoin somehow must close about 25K, and closing about there, and actually not just about there. Now it's around 30K actually, because I would like to see a candle. Imagine this candle, right? Closing super strong like this, so powerful, about the bot moving average around 30K, $27,000 right now, and 34. So if Bitcoin somehow just pump and close about there, and not just above actually, I think I will say even more, something like this, right? Look more stronger actually, for something like this, right? So I would like to see continuation here, consolidation, and after that 1 million if you want. But that is not the case today, and that is not gonna be the case at least this year. I think Bitcoin will be we will see more downside here, and it depends on the market conditions there. Potentially we will see a bounce here. And remember what I said. Well, we will see a bounce in 2023. Yes, of course. We will see it. Yeah, of course. Because we can kind of just keep crashing all the time. We will see it. But the question here in this bounce, if Bitcoin is actually really reversing the trend. And now let's use indicators, because it's very interesting here. in monthly, as you can see here, we have the 2022, December, and we don't have a buy signal here, not yet. In some point, maybe in March, we will see this buy signal. Now, I'm gonna use other indicators because I wanna show you what they are doing, right? I'm gonna use the RSI here, and as you can see in the monthly, we don't have bullish divergence, we don't have anything in the monthly. So also the slow, this is trending. Breaking here, breaking this level in the monthly was terrible. So even if we see a bounce here, yeah, this area around 44, 45 is gonna be resistance. So of course, you see this, the first, what is gonna happen? Well, reaction. So what I'm looking for right now in the monthly, I am looking for actually around 32, 34, around there. And after that, maybe some bullish divergence. And after that, potentially we will see a macro reversal. Now, let's talk about the bi-monthly here. As you can see here, it's turning to the downside, breaking the 50 level. So technically speaking, I can tell you right now, we are in a macro long-term bear market, okay? Macro long-term bear market. So we will see very nice rallies. Yes, of course, we will see Bitcoin pumping 10K, 15K, but don't forget about this. It is gonna be a sell, okay? Bitcoin is at 30K, maybe in summer. Perfect, congratulations. Well, you ask me, I'm gonna sell. So, 3-month chart, as you can see, breaking and closing below the 50 level. Technically speaking, we are, following just this simple rule. As long as RSI is below there, the 50 level, technically speaking, we are in the first macro bear market in the beginning, actually. So that means it will take time, maybe 1 year or two, maybe yes, after the halving potentially. So if that is gonna happen May 2024, right? So maybe in December 2024, around there, we will see the next macro bull market potentially. Potentially. Now let's talk about the weekly chart. The weekly chart here is very, very, very interesting here. Why? Sorry. If I use OBV here, as you can see here, OBV is trying to be above the MI55 here in BLX, but well, any close below the MI55 here actually looks like is gonna happen. You will see a full leg down and another crash. So actually, this is not very healthy for me. This is not very healthy. And also, you can see here, we have, technically speaking, we have bullish divergence still forming, yes. So you can say, well, Bitcoin maybe with this bullish divergence will pump to 24K, potentially yes. But instead, what is doing Bitcoin? Just is in sideways, as I said, in times, just wasting time. So now, is it smart to enter short right now here? Looking for the next $10,000 crash? No, of course not. Of course not. Not for me. I am in short, but in my small account. I don't care. My last short was here from 20K to 18K, and after that, that's it. In November, I think, the last year. So that was my last short. All of this so far was actually for me it's the best bear market. It was very easy to trade 1 year. But if you ask me, okay, let's short here from here to here because Bitcoin will go to zero, of course not for me. If you want to short, it's up to you, but not me. I am looking for long-term positions because I will play these macro bounce I am looking for. And why I'm looking for this macro bounce is simple. It's because, well, as you can see here, we have a bullish divergence forming here. Yes, usually, in my experience, especially this year, every time when Bitcoin is about to test the seller line here, is pumping. And of course, that is gonna be a sell. Yes, but if we see this bounce here, potentially the maximum target should be around 22, 23K, maximum 24, and after that, continuation to the downside. Now, I don't trust weekly chart right now. Why? Because if I see monthly, bi-monthly, 3 months, 6 months, and actually the yearly, all of them together, they are in the same page where they are saying Bitcoin sideways or downside. I will be very careful even in weekly chart. Do you know what I mean, right? Let me show you here, for example, in 2018, yeah, we have this same setup here, you see, bullish divergence forming here, and after when Bitcoin was about the seller line, almost the seller line, what happened? Bitcoin is entering sideways. People said, Bitcoin will bottom is in, right? The bottom is in and 1 million, right? And after that, Bitcoin crashed 50%, right? So for me right now, this price action is very similar, at least with curve, is very similar here. Now the biggest hint is if we see the rejection here, in the MI55 next week or maybe this month. If we see the close here, breaking the previous low here, around here in November, the low of November, yes, that is gonna be potential a capitulation. Now, so what I am expecting for Bitcoin? Well, simple. As I said before, in the long term, at least for 2023, sideways. Of course, we will see a bounce, and after that bounce, we will see continuation potentially to the downside. Now, let me show you the ADX, the ADXDI. This is very interesting here because technically speaking, in the weekly chart, I can see pairs are in control, as you can see here. It's very obvious, right? Now let's talk about the monthly. It's amazing, right? Because technically speaking, the momentum is for the pairs, as you can see here. And it's very interesting because on Twitter, every time when I am reading Twitter, I can see, yeah, buy, of course, yeah, because I don't know, the halving, the news, I don't know, all the things, right? All the people they bought here and they are buying right now here, yeah, here, they said, it's because I am since 2017 and 18, and that's why I bought in 2019, I bought in 2020, and now it was working 2 times. Think about it. It was working 2 times, so I am repeating the same. What, just buying a dip, right? The thing here is like people, they are very innocent, right? They think every time for forever and ever, for the next 100 years, the asset will be like this, right? To the moon run, and after that, like this, right? Of course not. We have cycles, right? Let me tell you something, my friend. In monthly basis, we never saw a bear market. Bitcoin has never been in a bear market. Never. Tell me, where is the bear market there? In the monthly. We don't have any example. We don't have data for any bear market. Now, if I just remove the word Bitcoin and now I see this chart just with technical analysis, I did it right now, a few minutes ago, I can tell you this is gonna crash. Simple. In the monthly, like Netflix, like Amazon, like all of them. Okay, that's it. Okay, I don't want to mix my feelings because I love Bitcoin, right? And Solana. Yeah, I'm gonna make a tattoo in my body, like my arm, right, with Solana. The thing here is like the biggest mistake, especially people without experience in the markets, they get married with their coin, and they say, a million token forever, right? And never. Cardano forever, right? I will be very careful. At least the next 2 years, all 2023. Now, something very interesting is happening with my channel. Like my channel now is in a bear market. You know why? Because many people they are not active like before, and also my short videos and my videos, the views are decreasing, and it's totally normal in a bear market. That means it's a very good signal for me. Why? Because people finally they are giving up, and that is a very funny thing. Many people right now they are giving up exactly in the moment when they should be there waiting for the right moment. Do you get it? Yeah. So it's very interesting, right? Finally they are giving up, but you will see in 3 or 4 months this asset is gonna bounce. Yes, it's gonna be a sell, of course, but it's gonna bounce, and they will buy again at the decay. Yeah, and I will be waiting there shorting. So the thing here is like you have to be very careful here, because I know many people like with thousands of subscribers, this kind of things, many followers, they are saying no, Bitcoin is the new blah blah blah. Yes, I mean technically speaking it's not, at least not 2023, maybe 2024. So here, as you can see here, ADXDI, well, we have here the momentum is still to the downside for Bitcoin. Bears are in control, and also one thing I don't want to see the ADX turning positive, because if we see this, Bitcoin is gonna be in a big trouble. Now let's continue. I'm gonna use just normal indicators, other indicators, because I want to show you. I mean, you can do this without fancy indicators. Of course, the win rate is lower because many people they are using the same thing. But let me show you here the stochastic RSI. By the way, if you're using the stochastic RSI with RSI, you are watching exactly the same thing, just a different presentation. So as you can see here in monthly, it will take months to see something like this. At least other 3 months, I would say. Now if I show you the bi-monthly here, well, buy signal, buy, you will see YouTubers doing this. Yeah, you will see YouTubers doing this. You see, buy here, yeah, because the buy signal is here, the buy signal is here, and the buy signal is here. Okay, it was working 3 times. If you are a trader, you know, not because you were lucky, because this is what just when you were lucky 2 or 3 times, that means, well, it will go up, right? You have to do backtesting, right? At least 100 times or even more to see like actually this system is working. Now, if we follow this simple strategy, well, now buy all in Bitcoin will pump right now. The question here is like, okay, if we see it, well, that means January, February, and March they will be bullish, and after that to the moon, and the bottom is in right now. I hope so. But honestly, I don't think so. I don't trust in this kind of thing. Why? Because if I show you here, still the momentum is to the downside, and also let me see if I can see more. Yes, it's still to the downside. You see. So in overall, if we see a bounce in the monthly on higher time frames, it's gonna be a sell. Now, let me continue with the 5-day chart. The 5-day chart, as you can see here, is crossing to the downside with the stochastic here. So the only thing we need here is other reaction here. For example, any close below $15,600 one day chart is gonna destroy this, and you will see around 10K. So it's just about time. Now, as I said before, I cannot be very bearish. What is my plan? It's very simple. If I see no shorts for me, at least in my main account, no shorts for me, no shorts. Shorts were in 2021, 2022, and now I am looking for longs. Yeah, I am looking for longs. If I see other 30-40% crash for Bitcoin, I will be very happy. Why? Because I will try to do something like this. Okay, that is my plan. Okay, now let's continue and let's talk about the stock market. Let's talk about the stock market, because actually the stock market is doing something very, very, very interesting, and we have the new close, right? So let me see the comments. Okay, let me see. Dan, hope you have a good. Thank you, Dan. Happy New Year. Thank you so much, Steve. Happy New Year. Thank you. I have a goal this year. I would like to have to reach 1,000 subscribers this year. But it's gonna be difficult because if we are gonna be in an overextended bear market, many people will just give up. And actually, as I said, I am not a financial advisor, but this is the moment when you have to be watching the chart, not when Bitcoin was at 60K. Right now, is this the moment? Right now, this is the moment when you have to see the chart of Bitcoin, because you must find or start trying to find patterns of consolidation to see a potential macro reversal. This is the time, not when Bitcoin was at 60K, because the mentality is like, oh yeah, I'm gonna buy Bitcoin at 50K because I don't know, the very, very famous YouTuber said it will reach 100K or 200K and it's 5x. Wow, amazing, all in. No. And now the same people, they are giving up right now is because now the narrative is Bitcoin will go to zero. Of course not. No. Of course, the chart is garbage, yes, but we will see a macro bounce. Of course, yes, we will see it in some point this year. I am looking for, if I am very, very strict with my system of trading right now, is in weekly chart we still have time. I mean, this is a bullish divergence forming in progress. Yes, we have a bullish divergence. Well, technically speaking, this is a bullish divergence here, yeah, in OBB. Yeah, it's one of the strongest setups in my system of trading. The only problem I have here, yeah, the only problem is the monthly and higher time frames, they are not bullish anymore. And that is my biggest concern, because if I buy here and, well, my monthly and on so on, they play out, well, you will see lower prices here. It's the same concept when you buy a 4-hour chart because it's looking bullish, but when the chart is to the downside. And you said, oh, why I got wrecked in 4-hour chart? It's because you know, well, the sell signal was present in 1 day chart. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I respect my system, of course, but if I apply the 3 screen system, it's telling me I have to be careful here. I prefer not to enter right now here, even if I miss it. I don't care. Why? Because I am protecting my capital, and that is the thing people they don't do. Let's buy monkeys because to the moon, right? Yeah, of course. Even some guys on TikTok, they are saying, I launched my own token and I'm making $1 million. So I think that is a rock pull, right? I think so. Should be illegal, right? But they are saying, oh yeah, I am a millionaire, right? I mean, scammers, I think. Some people, they buy apartments, right? And famous YouTubers, right? With 1 million, whatever, right? Subscribers or something like that. I don't know. It's like impressive how people, I mean, media, you can get a scam. I mean, they don't need to steal anything from you. Just they sell something. They say, to the moon, and after that, one person buy, and after that get wrecked. Okay, never mind. Okay, the thing here is like, technically speaking, we have a bullish appearance. Yes, of course, we have it. I cannot ignore the fact we have a bullish appearance. The problem with this setup is momentum. Monthly chart is not bullish. Not yet. At least not this month. Bi-monthly is not bullish. So what I can do? All in right now? Of course not. If my principle is one of my most important rules, or actually the most important rule I have in my system is risk management. I cannot be greedy right now. I have to be careful. Okay, so let's continue with the stock market. The stock market is SP 500. Okay, we have a new close here, and this is just a time bomb. This is a time bomb. Why? Because this asset is gonna crash like a Shiba Inu. That's it. Let me tell you why. First of all, in weekly chart, as you can see here, this asset got rejected by the MI55 in OBB and also got rejected by the MI55. The slope, they are negative. All of them, they are negative. And what is this telling me? This is gonna crash like this, okay? Maybe not here, but the direction, okay? The reason is very simple, because as you can see here, we have zero line crossing here, and ask to yourself, is the asset pumping? No, right? It's in sideways, actually got rejected. So in the moment when you see, maybe in next 2 weeks, I think, you will see a sell signal in the stock market here again. This is gonna test at least $3,500. You will see the test potential a break, and you will see something like Amazon, something like that. You will see more downside. So now let's talk about the most important chart right now. Here, first of all, we have the new close, the monthly. The monthly, what is telling me the monthly right now? It's testing the lows in OBB of March 2016, and also is still holding the MI55, but got rejected by the MI21. So this is a range in the monthly. So the best scenario the best scenario, like I think is not gonna happen. Is this potentially the most bullish scenario for the stock market is just sideways here, and after that maybe I don't know, some point to the moon you want. But right now it's just sideways, and if we see a break the MI55, you will see a leg down all the way down to 3,000, and potentially from there, yes, we will see a major bounce. But if we see right now the macro time frames, the 12 month, what is this? Okay, technically speaking, it didn't close like that, but very close. I can tell you, like, it's very close at reversal. The close should be around $3,760, 70 to call like a potential reversal here. So it's very simple. Any close in weekly chart, I would say $3,760. If you see the weekly chart closing below here, this area, for example, this weekend, right? The first week of January, we see this asset closing below there. It's gonna be the major trigger. Like, it's gonna be continuation. The next target should be $3,200, and after that, 2,700 in some point. So the thing here is like just price action here. This is potential reversal, and I mean, if you do your homework, and you will see every time when you see reversals in this time frame, the next 3 or 4 years is gonna be a mess. It's gonna be a mess. Okay. So the best scenario is sideways, like this one, or like this one, right, to the moon, or sideways again. The question is sideways or downside. Well, it doesn't matter, because first of all we will see that where was the target. Well, the target was around MA21 in 2078. In the crash 2008 was here in the MA21, and potentially here we will see the MA21 tested again. It could be a buy. Historically speaking, yes. Historically speaking, yes. Okay. Now let's talk about this with indicators. The ADX is still positive here. The close here is a various variance forming here in the long term. Yes, but OBB is still very healthy. So I can tell you right now, if we see a crash in 2023, it's gonna be a major opportunity to buy. You see? The thing here is, like, now I can see my for example, my Patreon, my Discord, many people, they are leaving, and it's totally normal, because the people just in average traders, they can trade just 1 year, maximum 2, and after that finally they give up. And usually when you see these kind of things happening, is because they actually give up in the best moment, actually, when they should buy. I'm not saying right now, but the moment the opportunity is coming and is there. So if we see this crash here, it's gonna be a major opportunity. Okay, so let's talk about the Nasdaq, because in the Nasdaq I have a setup here. It's not a signal, no, it's just based on historical data. I am not saying it's gonna happen, but this is a reversal. You see, this is the stop. You see, the Nasdaq printed here this reversal, and well, the next target should be 200, and the lowest point 150. Now, in the monthly, we have a wonderful setup, beautiful setup to start calling the crash like 2008. As you can see here, the close in December was below the MA55. Yeah, technically it's not broken, but it's below there. And also we have the OBB, curve in the purple line. And also we have here, let me see the OBB. OBB is actually it's above the zero line here. But technically speaking, here is potentially we will see a continuation to the downside. And the next target should be around 220, around there, as I said before, and the lowest point 170. Now, the thing here is, like, if we see higher time frames, for example, 6 months, this is continuation. ADX negative sell signal. What is this, my friend? Well, you know, maybe you know my system. You're familiar with my system. What is this telling me? Yeah, the stock market to the moon, right? New ATA. Seriously, really. What is this? You know this, right? And this is like this, right? The target should be where? The MA21, around 220, 200, around there. Maybe a week, 170, who knows, around there. But this is continuation, okay? This is continuation, and that's it. 80 in the next 6 months. So that means in the next 2 years, the market is gonna be just garbage. Okay, let's talk about the 3-month chart. As you can see here, ADX negative here. This is the MA21. Potentially, it could be it will be like a support. I don't think so. My target always is gonna be the MA55, around there, 200. In the monthly here for the Nasdaq here, this is continuation, breaking the MA21. Yes, 200. 200 is the level I will start looking for right now. Where is the MA100 around there, and a week maybe around 180. So if the Nasdaq, actually the setup is very clear for me, we will see potential continuation to the downside. So what is it telling me? Bitcoin will continue. I mean, it will just keep crashing at least 6 months more. I don't know. It depends, right? Now, let's continue right now with. Let me see. One moment. Okay. 1 second. Okay, good. So let's continue. I'm gonna continue with some stocks, also some altcoins. I'm gonna continue with altcoins. The first one is gonna be Ethereum. Ethereum, let me show you here. Ethereum in the monthly. Well, first of all, in the yearly here, in the 12 months, this is not reversal. I mean, actually, Ethereum closed much better than Bitcoin, but Ethereum is not the king of the cryptocurrency market, right? Actually, Ethereum for me is gonna crash to 120. It's the only coin I really think like it's gonna just crash. I mean, and when I said this, I explain why. It's the only coin when I see like as engineer, right? Because I've been doing this software development for many years, and I had the opportunity to study blockchain and these kind of things. I think Ethereum is not gonna be something. It's not gonna do something like you are expecting. I think Ethereum will crash to 120. When you will see regulations for this. The thing here is okay. I don't want to talk about fundamentals anymore. I mean, honestly, this is a channel for technical analysis. So the thing here is very simple. This is not reversal technically speaking, but any close below 700, you will see all the way down to 100. Okay. So right now here, the close is just like more like sideways for me, more like sideways here. This is like sideways, yeah. And also the 6-month chart. Maybe we can see more information. Gravestone candle here. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think the lowest point should be around 300, all this area. If we see the crash, we have to see Bitcoin crashing, and of course, if we see the Bitcoin crashing, it will drag all the way, all the altcoins. Now let's talk about the monthly. The monthly is below the MA55 here. Yeah, I cannot say this is gonna crash, of course, not yet. No, actually, no. It's looking much better than Bitcoin. Maybe we will see 1,400. Maybe yes. Let me see the weekly chart. This is looking more. A little bit better than Bitcoin. Maybe around 1,300, 400 maybe around there, and potentially just continuation. As you can see here, the MT1 is acting as resistance. So in weekly basis, okay, we don't have Bollinger Bands here for Ethereum. So if you see a bounce here, it's just gonna be a sell. Okay, so let's continue. I'm gonna continue with Cardano. Cardano is still garbage, and it's gonna be garbage at least all there. I mean, maybe all this year. Maybe all this year. I'm still looking for 0.20, and after that 0.10. I am still looking for that. The ADX is positive here, as you can see here, and is about the 23 level. So it's still strong. Yes, you say, but there is Bollinger Bands. Yes, but there is no volume here, as you can see here. There is no volume here. So I will be very careful if, Cardano to $10, right? Okay, so let's continue with other altcoin. Is Litecoin, because I know we have a halving coming for Litecoin. And what is this telling me? This is like this. Okay, let me show you. And this is like this. Okay, but the halving, I don't care the halving. This is just get a bounce to what? To keep falling. That's it. Okay, no thank you, it's not with me. Okay, that's it. So the thing here is like if we see 12-month chart here, this is not reversal or full reversal. Actually tested the lowest point here. The best scenario for Litecoin right now is just sideways here, waiting for the halving maybe after 2 years, and after that potentially a bounce, maybe yes. So I will be careful here with altcoins in general. Very, very careful with altcoins. Okay, so let's continue. I'm gonna continue with other quant. Yeah, I know. We have Dan is fan of quant. Okay. Okay, let me see. Quant. My target was 50, 60 maybe around there. I don't know what happened with that coin. In the long term, of course, right? If we see a close below 100, I remember. Yes, here. Okay, it's still about 100. Yeah, that is good. So it's still holding here. The thing here is like you will have to wait after 2-3 months. But you see here a buy signal here, for example, here, no? Right? Something like this, right? Maybe in March. Quant is still about 100. Yes, you will see other leg up, and this leg up around other opportunity to sell around this area. So potentially we will see sideways. For example, something like this. This is gonna be the bottom, and this is gonna be your top. So if we see the bounce, the signal in weekly chart here, should be like this, right? Sideways like this. Okay. Okay, so let's continue. I'm gonna continue with Solana. Solana is something like, I am still looking for $4, $5 around there. I am still looking for that. The reason is simple, is because there is no volume to support the price right now here. There is no volume in the you see the macro time frames. I mean, you can say, but it's started from this point. Yes, but from this point to where? To $1. So you can buy here, and your Solana will keep crashing here all to 1. So if we use Fibonacci levels, yeah, some traders like to do it. Solana tested the golden pocket, as you can see here. That's why you see the bounce here. Yeah. Now, technically speaking, it should be this area of interest. Yes, of course. I mean, this area around $8 should be the area to buy. Potentially, yes. And now you can see the bounce. Now, the thing here is, like, if you want to see reversals for not just Solana, all the altcoins or any asset, you want to see what? You want to see consolidation. After you see consolidation, I mean, you are thinking you are missing something because, Solana, I missed it, right? I couldn't buy. Well, the thing here is, like, you have to wait here for consolidation, and after that, when the system of trading, whatever you're using, you have a buy signal here. Well, yes, the projection should be like this. Maybe in 3 months, not now. Okay, so this is just reversal. I mean, in the future, even I cannot tell you right now because just we have 1, 2, 3 candles here. So any close below $8, any close below $8 in for Solana, you will see $3 for. Okay, so if I hope to be wrong, but if we see like other altcoins, we will see something like this. Slowly crashing here, and after that, in some point, maybe in the next 2 or 3 months, potentially you will see something like this. Okay, but it will take time. Okay, so let's continue. Let me see here. I think for icons, I think that's it. Okay, let me see what time is it. Okay, 45 minutes. As you can see here, I mean, this live stream is empty. I mean, there is no one here. I mean, for me, it's like I am happy to see finally people, they are giving up about the crypto space, because that means, well, the bottom is almost. Maybe this could be the bottom. Potentially, yes. But as I said before, I need to see a very strong evidence this is the bottom, and for me, it's not. At least potentially we could see a major bounce. Maybe yes, but one moment. Let me do this. Yeah, here in 1-day chart. The question is, do we have bullish variance? No, we don't have it. We have OBB about the MA55. No. We have, I don't know, 2-day chart with a sell buy signal. No, we don't have it. 3-day chart. It's about a zero line here to the moon. I don't think so. So I am trying to find a good reason to buy Bitcoin at this point and say, yeah, Bitcoin will go to the moon. The only thing I have right now here is the bullish average is forming here. Yes. And the good news is the volatility is contracting here. So what does that mean? Well, the next $20,000 move is coming. Yes, but not today, not next week. I think in March. So if this is the bottom, if $15,000 500 is the bottom, and also I would like to see something healthy. I mean, like healthy, like I can say, yeah, this is healthy. I wanna be a basement forming. Let me explain. For example, here, Bitcoin for the next 2-3 months, just holding here without moving for the next 2-3 months, like this. If we see it, plus we have macro time frames. I mean, at least weekly chart with buy signal. I mean, still, yes, we will see a nice rally. Okay, let me explain this because now this is a part of I want to show you how to read this. In 2018, Bitcoin crashed from $6,000 to $3,000. You see, but watch this. Since December 2018 to to March 2019, so you're talking 3-4 months, Bitcoin was just in sideways, you see, in sideways. And also the dots here, so the momentum here crossed the price, and after that the slope was changing to the upside. The moving average, they were changing, you see, to flat, 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 you see, just using price action, that's it. And after that, Bitcoin was forming here for 4 months a basement. Now the question is, do we have that basement right now? You can say maybe yes. Well, this was the basement, but not yet, not anymore. This is not a basement. We could see a bounce here, yes, but if we see this bounce, it's gonna be a sell where 20k is gonna be a major resistance, and after that continuation. So the thing I'm trying to say is, if you are bullish for Bitcoin and you are thinking Bitcoin at 15k is the bottom, well, maybe you're right, but I need evidence. And what kind of evidence? I want to see Bitcoin following the same thing. What? Consolidating here without making new lows. No more lows. Just in sideways here. Playing here for, I don't know, January, February, and maybe March. And after that, maybe April, you will see the MI55, the MI21 here acting as resistance here. In some point, it's going to break. And after that, you will see your major rally, at least for 4 months, 5 months, like 2019. If we see it, well, it's gonna be just a sell. Why? Because the target should be, for example, we see this, the target should be the MI55. Now the problem here, the MI55, this 5-day chart is around 24, 23. So if I am market maker, and I really want to make money with Bitcoin, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. What I will do is this: if I am market maker, right, I will just crash the price more, where the MI55 and the MI55 in weekly chart and higher time frames, they are very far away from the price, So for example, right now here in this month, right, crash to here. So because the MI55 is moving slowly here, it's gonna be around 24, 25. So my win rate, or the potential profit I could make, it will be higher. For example, from $8,000 or $9,000 to this level is around 200% around there. So that bounce potentially could be worth it if I am market maker. I would not, if I am market maker, right? If I am market maker, I would not just buy in here thinking we go to the moon. Why? Because my potential profit is just what? Just 40%, 35%? At least it's not working for me if I have to move millions, right? Okay, guys, so I think that's it for today. Thank you for watching. And I think, well, see you. Remember, starting from this year, I'm gonna start posting shorts every day, in 4-hour chart, and also 3 live streams: Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And also, if you're in my Patreon, I'm gonna start posting in the investing channel every 2 weeks. I'm gonna start posting channel long-term technical analysis for Bitcoin and some altcoins. And in my private channels, for swing trading, I'm gonna start posting more often. In December, well, New Year, Christmas, I go sick, many things, right? But never mind. So I think that's it, guys. That's it for today. And please, I hope you have a good day. Okay. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. Okay. Let me do it here because my friend here, Leonidas, he wants just euro. Okay, let me do it here quickly in 4-hour chart for you, and after that I'm gonna finish the stream. Let me see, euro USD in 4-hour chart. Okay, this is an uptrend. As you can see here, this is an uptrend in 4-hour chart, and let me guess, this is just gonna be a sell. Let me see, weekly chart. Yes, it's still testing 55. The volatility is very low here. For me, it's a short. It's still a short. It's a short. It will take time in weekly chart. So if I know in weekly chart it's gonna be a short, in 4-hour chart, if you wanna try 4-hour chart, the next 24 hours. Well, first of all, here it's too late. This is not gonna be. This is not an entry, of course not. So I will start looking for shorts, for shorts here, but we don't know. Actually, no, even shorts, no. We don't have. I don't see a better variance here, and this is an uptrend. So one of the rules I have is like I don't enter in short. I don't short the market if I don't see at least a better variance here. So the best thing you can do here is just nothing, nothing, just sideways, waiting for potentially sell signal here, and target should be around 1.06, no more than that, because there is no better variance. Now let's talk about the one-day chart here. One-day chart here is, well, it's looking very interesting here, because this asset, instead of crashing, is in sideways. So you see a sort of line testing here, it's gonna bounce more, potentially to test the 55 weekly chart, and after that continuation, because you will see a better variance. As you see here in the forecast, with my indicator, you see the potential better variance is gonna, you will see maybe by the end of the month. Okay, so let's continue with, okay, let me see. Okay, what is this one? Here. I think I don't have it. Okay. Okay, in 4-hour chart, right? One day chart for me is a buy. Yeah, of course you're trading a range. It's a range. This is a range, okay? So where the top or the bottom of the range is this one. Actually, it's very easy to. This chart is very easy. This is the bottom of the range here, and for me it's like this, okay? Where the resistance is around here, 84. Now, buy signal right now? Not yet. I will wait for auto leg down. There is a bullish variance forming, as you can see here. So I will just wait. You see maybe 81, 80, 82 around there. Bullish variance here, and after that continuation here. Where is the MA55? Around the 84, I would say. That's it, guys. Okay, thank you for watching, and see you in the next live stream.